Hi there, I'm Emily, and this is the Geeky Female. See, look, I actually recorded another video. I'm not just gonna give up on this, okay? Got it. Anywho, so, today's thing, is another request from my friend, Andy. 'Cause I asked him, hey, you liked the first video, what do you want me to talk about next? And he was like, I want you to talk about Supernatural. I don't mean, get into the nitty-gritty, but, talk about what the whole friggin' deal is with this Castiel and, friends or romance thing. And also, can you talk about why they have such, an immense amount of quotes and, stuff to use on, Tumblr and crap? And so, I looked at this. Now, this is not going to be a super in-depth, and this is not going to be, a super analysis, and this is not going to be... It may not be 100% factual. This is just me talking about this, okay? I don't know everything. I don't claim to. Okay, let's go. So, first of all, with the Castiel crap. In case you don't know, that's Dean and Castiel put together. They're two people on the show. Dean's been there since the beginning. Castiel joined in season 4. Dean is a human who hunts supernatural things. Castiel, or Cass, is an angel who can kick ass. Well, at least he could until this season when he lost his angel abilities and then was like, then he got them back. But anyways, for a while he was like, Anyway, not important. So the thing is, a lot of people talk about the bond the two of them have. As it even says in the show, they have a profound bond. Because the thing is that Dean was in hell because he sold his soul to make sure Sam could stay alive. I'm not going to get into that relationship. But, issue was that Dean was kind of important to the fate of the universe. So, Cass went into the underworld, went into hell, and dragged him out. Therefore, they have a profound bond. Sorry. And, from the get-go, other than the initial, holy crap, you kind of do supernatural things, I'm gonna stab you, and Cass going, that's cute and funny. But once they started working as a team, they just kind of clicked. They just kind of get together. Because Cass's personality fits in rather well with the snarky as fuck Winchesters. Okay? So the thing is, the two of them work together. And then also there's the fact that Cass is willing to do anything at all to help the Winchesters, which kind of gives him points in Dean's book. Because Dean is all about sacrificing himself and everything he stands for family. And, other people that trade must be amazing because, obviously that's not at all an issue and a negative side effect or anything. Anyway, and so because Cass is willing to sacrifice everything he stands for and everything that, he's ever been taught or anything for the Winchesters, Dean is like, me and you, best friends for life. Yeah, so, all you have to do is just go against everything you've ever been taught and be willing to kill in order to save him, and he'll think that you're just the swellest guy. Okay? Anyways, also, when he first started, he was extremely useful, being an angel. Only be killed by, one thing. Someone stabbed him with a knife, he just kind of pulled it out and went, that's kind of cool, but no. And, he just, smites things, because, he's an angel of God. He can kind of just do what he wants. So he's extremely useful. And which is why Dean was like, fine, you can stay. Because, he's being Mr. Tough Guy. And then, so, he let Dean stay. Dean let Cass stay. And then, you kind of just grow on Cass. Because he's just weird. And you just kind of like him. Because it's cute watching him try to adapt to human society while still being Mr. I'm an angel who can destroy everything. And it was a really cool sort of thing to see, and then you have Dean helping him and all that stuff. And anyway, while watching the show, you cannot argue that they are not soulmates. I'm not saying that they have to be romantic, because they are unromantic soulmates. And, Castiel is not officially canon yet, so therefore you can't be like, they're soulmates for life. Oh my goodness. No. Oh my god, no. But they're soulmates. They're best friends, they're biffles for life. Whether they become romantic or not, they're still biffles for life, and that's what the important thing is that they're soulmates. I know that, Cass is, a angel and Dean is human, But you have to understand that they have a bond. They have that profound bond. And, like, wasn't Cass, like, Dean's guardian angel growing up? Didn't, like, their mom be like, Cass, watch over my kids? And Dean was like, and Cass was like, yeah, in a super low voice, yes. Anywho. Now, onto the second half of this thing, which is why the supernatural fandom has so many damn gifs. And I'm gonna say gif, not gif. Okay? It's a gif. Anywho. So, the show's fucking crazy. Okay? I know a lot of people on the internet are like, on Tumblr, are really getting confused and annoyed that Supernatural's gifts fit into every conversation. You might be like, why? Why? First of all, there's a lot of episodes to this show, okay? It's in its 9th season. There's like 20 episodes a season. That's a lot of material. That is a lot of material. And so there's a ton of stuff, and they have to vary it up. And so they cover a shit ton of topics. Like, there's an episode where, like, Paris Hilton is a freaking pagan god. So, like, there's all that stuff. And then there's, like, the whole Fight the Fairies episode that you've all heard of. And then there's the episode where, there's just so many things. Like, there's the episode where Sam lost his shoe. And there's they cover such a broad range of targets, of, like, topics. And the thing is, like, that's why there's so many different topics for it. Now, why are they all so funny, or why do they so random? Well, the thing is that the show, at least in the first few seasons, I know later it just becomes sad, but the first few seasons, it was fucking scary. I was terrified as shit watching that show by myself, like, the first few seasons. Like, don't even get me started on that Bugs episode. That is not cool. Still not cool. And so, I'm watching this, and I'm like, oh my god, and then something hilarious would happen. And that's the thing. Supernatural writers figured out how to perfectly balance emotional or scary as shit and hilarious. Okay, that's the thing. Is that this show is very heavy. It is a very heavy show. It's terrifying, it's sad, there's depressing moments, there's terrifying things, it's just very chock full of stuff. And they realize, holy crap, that's really heavy. If we want to keep people watching this, we can't just have it be scare after scare after scare, or cry after cry after cry. We need to have some funny moments in between. So, like, I would be watching, and I'd be like, oh my god, I can't do this. And then all of a sudden, I'd be dying of laughter, because, like, the cop trying to arrest Dean, and they say, well, what about you, Israel? And he's like, my boobs. I died of laughter there. Like, that's the first episode, and, like, I could not stop laughing. And then something scary happened again, I started screaming some more. But anywho, because of the heaviness of this show, they kept it funny, they kept it random, they made the main characters snarky and sarcastic and witty and hilarious, because they knew that they had a heavy show topic, and so they needed to light things up. Like, Dean being Mr. like survival wild man, and when they go to stay in the woods for a few days in the first season, he brings along some friggin' M&Ms as his survival food. Like, that was funny, because you're like, wait a second, you're like Mr. Macho Man, Mr. I rough it out on the road, I live in my car, I hunt things for a living, and your idea of survival food for a night in the woods is some M&Ms? Like, it's that sort of thing. It's just, they keep it lighthearted, so that way you don't get turned off. Because I know that if it was just scariness, I would not watch. But because they found that balance of funny and scary, I watch. And because of that, because they had to keep it random, because they have to keep it funny, because they have to keep switching up the emotion so you don't get bored or tired of it, and because there's 9 friggin' seasons with like 20 plus episodes apiece in each of them, they have a lot of shit that they covered, and therefore they have a lot of things to do. Like, they have a lot of funny shit because they have to they have to balance all the scary and sad shit. Because, I mean, back me up if you watch this, you know they have some pretty heavy damn things in the show, and the only reason that you probably kept going is because something fucking hilarious happened. Okay? That's why there's so many weird gifts, and that's why they have a gift for every situation, because first of all, it's a long freaking show. And so therefore, they've had time, and they can't really repeat things. And so they've had time to, like, expand the show, like, the stuff on camera, just show every facet of their lives. So therefore, they have a wide range of topics for them to gif. And then they had to make them funny and random and, like, interesting to balance the craziness. So anyway, so that's my two things. That's my thing about Castiel and gifts, so Supernatural in general. If you have any more questions or, like, you know, any comments or any ideas for something else I could talk about, please leave a comment or, like, message me or something so that way, you know, I can get this, because I'm really kind of enjoying this. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye!